Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and today back with another game review. I know this is a late one as it's like 11 o'clock as I'm recording this right now. I had work tonight, so I was not able to do a video right after the game started, or right after the game ended, excuse me. I watched the first and second live, recorded it after that, and then from there I came home around like 10 and then watched the third. And Sam Morin, like, it's so funny because you would have never expected these two guys to score in this game. You get Patrick and Morin. like, it's unbelievable. And again, it's nothing against the guys, but it's so funny how Morin, with the ACLs twice, he literally gets switched to position, goes back to defense in the American League, comes up and is like looked at as a guy that can help out the roster. And he scores the game-winning goal in arguably the Flyers' most crucial game to date right now. So starting off in this one, just to look at the lines real quick, you got JVR with Coots and Konechny, pretty much same lines. Raffle, Hayes, and Farabee, Lindblom, Patrick Voracek, Raffle, Law, and Albie Cabell, Provy, Braun, Sanheim, Myers, Ghost, and Morin, and Moose in net for this one. JVR chance early for the Flyers. Good setup by Couturier. Myers had a point shot that went wide. And AK had a shot off a turnover. Flyers were at a really good start to this game. Really well. Farabee had a drop pass for a Provorov shot. Great shift by the Couturier line with a lot of chances. Myers had a play that ended up getting caught up in his skates. Couldn't really find the puck. And what happens here? Flyers were, using their sticks well in the neutral zone of the blue line. Rangers didn't really have much going. They had a couple shifts maybe after the first TV timeout where they started to get some stuff going, but God, TK takes a penalty where Zibanejad essentially flops, and he scores. Of course he scores. It's just unbelievable puck movement, and Myers is just standing there like a pylon looking at Zibanejad, and he just slam dunk 1-0. They just cannot take penalties against the Rangers team because they just absolutely kill them. Flyers definitely had some push after the goal. Shesterkin was seeing everything, wasn't really giving up many rebounds. And then after that second TV timeout, Flyers were kind of just sitting back. They had to get their legs moving again. They were not moving their feet. Had two good shifts after I had wrote that note down. They had two really good shifts by the Coots and the Hayes line. Overall, solid period. I think the Flyers definitely liked what they were doing. They had to keep the push going, just play their game. Shots on the core 17-8 in favor of the Flyers after the first. Fox had a chance very early off a breakdown in coverage. Moose slid off his post, and a couple guys, there was at least 5 Flyers around in front of the net trying to get that one out. Flyers had a really good shift by the fourth line. Raffle was robbed in front by Shesterkin, but they draw a power play. Really bad power play. They literally couldn't get anything going, and then right after the Rangers go on to power play, and in the first 8 seconds they get a prime scoring chance of a shot from Panarin, so that just kind of shows you the difference in the power plays of the teams. The Flyers had to get back on it after that penalty kill, so they ended up killing that one off. The Rangers moved the puck well, but the Flyers didn't necessarily kill it great. I mean, the Rangers had their looks, but it wasn't the best kill from the Flyers. Konechny was bleeding after getting punched after a face-off, and there was no call. So Zibanejad goes down, flops, they call a penalty. TK gets punched in the face by Smith, and he's bleeding, and they don't even call anything. So, who knows? And then right after that, on the face-off, Flyers get a power play. Hayes had a nice move, moved in front to the slot there. And then they ended up getting another power play. Ghost is tripped up, so 5-on-3. They lost 2 5-on-3 draws. They passed the puck around. They essentially tried to pass the puck into the net, and they ended up finally getting a goal. Shot from the point from Gostisbehere, deflected in by Patrick, and they get the tying goal. I mean, it looked like a terrible 5-on-3. They just tried way too much, and that's a team that just has no confidence when you try to pass the puck, and then it's right there. Flyers had some momentum in for that. They were getting lots of chances, and then the Rangers get a power play. Lafreniere completely embellished that one. And pretty good patient power PK from the Flyers. They got sticks and lanes, defended really well. End of 2. Solid period overall. They played well, got the tying goal. Moose had some good saves. Shots on goal were 29-17 in favor of the Flyers in total, and then 12-9 Flyers in the period. The third period was back and forth. Lawton had a breakaway miss, high glove. Rangers had their chances. They ended up getting a power play. Lawton had to trip Panarin. That was just one where he essentially has to trip Panarin, because if he doesn't, that's a goal. So the Flyers, they ended up killing that one off. Rangers had a couple shifts there where they had some momentum in the Flyer zone. They were getting pucks deep, cycling well. They had a handful of guys that were stuck out there for long periods of time. And then they get the goal. Sam Morin, fourth line's out there, shot from the point. It's just like a little drop pass. And he shoots it. Looks like it went right through the 7 hole, which is like in between the arm. And his first NHL goal. So as I said, after the 2 ACLs, everything that went on with Morin from going to wing, down back to defense, down to Lehigh, or really up to Lehigh Valley, into the AHL, and then comes back down here and has had two really good games. And not just because of the goal. I mean, he's looked very good defensively. He's looked good in, just all over the ice. He's looked really good. It's unbelievable for Morin. I'm so happy for him. With everything that he's gone through and all the stuff that he gets from the fans and all this stuff. It's unbelievable to see that. I think this is something the Flyers can rally on. You have 2 games now coming up against Buffalo, and then you kind of move into a tougher schedule after that, because again, you kind of go Buffalo, the Islanders, then the Bruins, Islanders again, Boston, and then Buffalo, and then you go Washington and Pittsburgh, and that's just kind of go later into April and stuff. So you definitely want to, capitalize on these 2 games coming up. You got Buffalo twice, and that's points right there because of the way they've lost 16 straight. So you want to pounce on them. They're obviously looking for something, and so the Flyers definitely want to come out in these next 2 games and play exactly like they did today. It was a great game. I thought they had a good effort. A really good hockey game overall. So let me know your guys' thoughts below. Remember, guys, podcast articles, those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.